It's a glorious day out here in Maine. It's about 45 degrees-ish. Global warming's really doing a number on us today. And you want to know what else global warming's doing a number on? Elephants. They got about 6 years till they're extinct, so... Yep. Talk about an elephant in the room, huh? Alright, go. Hey, gang. How's it going? I'm Emmy.
Okay, hello everybody.
Hey guys. What's up, gang?
I'm here with Emmy, and I'm gonna ask Emerson some questions today. Yeah, this is gonna be hard. We're gonna have to cut a lot because I don't know how to talk in front of the camera.
Yeah, I think that's normal. I might take the hat off. We're gonna take the hat off.
For you to start is, when do you feel the most free?
It's easier to be more free when I'm by myself. I don't know, I like spending a lot of time alone. We're not living as close to like my friends at the moment. It's easier to be myself when I'm alone. Being myself is probably when I feel the most free.
Yeah.
Or actually, I think I feel the most free when I'm around people who I can be myself with also.
I also feel like I feel the most free sometimes when I'm alone too.
Yeah.
Because I have nothing blocking. I have no social stress at all, so I feel like I have nothing that I have to owe to anybody, and I can be more present when I'm alone, and I can observe more things, and when I can observe more things, I feel more free, I feel more alive.
It's easier to share thoughts with people who you have been around longer, and I think that's why I like coming here. If I'm not with anybody, then I'm just stuck in my head. Being with people that I feel most comfortable with is like the most freeing thing, because I can just say what I want to say and get out of my head.
Yeah, you let part of yourself out.
Yeah.
What does freedom feel like inside of you? Do you know what it feels like? When I ask you when you feel the most free, what does it mean for you?
I guess when I just like feel a complete silence in my head.
Yeah, that's
you know?
for me too.
Like, it's just complete silence. Like when I draw, I listen to music obviously, but time doesn't really exist. I actually had a conversation with Zach about this. I thought he was joking, but he was like, "Do you think time really flies when you're having fun?" I like laughed out loud, but then I got home and I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, kinda, it does. It's all relative because I can feel the time passing with you, but because I'm enjoying it, this has nothing to do with what you just asked.
No, but
like,
it kind of does.
Yeah,
it kind of does.
Because I'm enjoying it. I don't feel like I'm stuck in one place, like, and the time is dragging. And I feel the most present.
You don't feel stuck in the future or the past. You feel like you're most in that moment.
Yeah.
And so time flies faster, I think.
Not necessarily even faster. It's so much more enjoyable. Like, because if you were having a time where it's not fun, then all you're thinking about is when is this going to be over? You just don't enjoy it, and then you don't feel the freedom of like just letting yourself go and be present. It's
like a flow.
Yeah.
And that's probably what happens when you draw too.
Yeah, that too. I forgot about drawing.
No, but because you're kind of in the flow, and so your thoughts just lessen.
Yeah, and I'm focused and I'm present in that moment, what I'm doing next. It's easier to focus on little things at some points.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel as well.
There are times where I'm like, oh, well, now I need to look at the actual big picture of it and like see how everything's flowing together.
I wonder how necessary it is, though. This thing I've been thinking about a lot recently is like, how necessary is it for me to always be thinking about the big picture in my life? I think it's important when I use the thoughts wisely and I actually make something with those thoughts. What is my life? These thoughts can be sometimes just futile, like they don't really help me in any way. This thought can just keep me trapped in my mind. I don't know if I'm going to find the answer. Being more present and just doing what I can in the present is a lot stronger than losing myself in the thoughts about the future and the past.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people get stuck on that. What is my life gonna be? Why don't you focus on what it is now?
Yeah, because that's actually all it's ever gonna be. It's now.
That's actually it.
This is it, right, buddy. Now. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you, but the future, it's never coming.
It's literally right now. It just happened. And it's still happening.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's like not really that much to solve. If you start thinking, of course there's stuff to solve. But if you don't think very much.
And I think obviously there's some sentiment in like thinking about your future. But
of course.
If it's gonna stress you the fuck out.
Yeah, and that's not what I'm saying though. I think it's really important that you think about your future. But I think it's focused and actually that it's valuable that you think about this. Sometimes you just lose yourself in constant thought. And it's like, where is that going to get you?
Or lose yourself in people too. So I guess to your point, being the most free, I still agree with it being like alone or like at least not with a companion.
Yeah.
At most times.
Okay.
Sometimes you can lose yourself and then lose your train of like who you are and who you want to become.
Yeah, you have to find a balance between the two. When do you feel the most trapped?
I think I spend a lot of time not doing certain things that I like really want to do because I don't have enough money for it. Like the financial freedom is not there.
Yeah.
Mentally I'm there, but I think I'm always on that, well, what if I just save a little bit more money? Or what if I just stay at this one job for a little bit longer? Like I can tough it out. It's not that bad. I think being in a job right now that I have, it's very mundane, like very simple tasks. It's the same pretty much every day. So I guess in a way, it's not that I feel trapped, it's that I just feel like I'm not doing everything that I could be.
Yeah, you feel like you're maybe a step behind.
I guess, yeah. I'm not on the version of myself that I want to be, but I think I've been doing things to become who I am. Like I'm coming back to myself.
Yeah.
And who I really want to be. Mm-hmm. And even like just figuring it out, like I feel like this year I've really been working on finding out who I am.
And I think sometimes that doesn't necessarily mean a quick change with job or something like that.
Yeah, I just need to make more time for the things that I do really enjoy and the people that I really love. And that would make it feel a little less
trapped.
Yeah. Or even, just traveling a little bit more. Doing things that would make me feel good.
Are really just
Beamer.
Beamer. Beamer.
Beamer. Yo, there's a Beamer.
Yeah, I think if you did a little more travel this year, you'd feel a lot more stimulated too.
Yeah, because I just want more experiences. I think that's what I'm like lacking. I guess it is kind of trapped in a bubble at the moment because I'm around the same things all the time. And I like want to experience more places and learn more things about more people.
It's good though. I think you've needed that if I look at you the past 6-8 months, I feel you are really comfortable in yourself right now and you're pretty stable, like mentally and emotionally. You're pretty grounded.
It's come a long way.
Yeah. So I think I think it's good that you've had kind of the same thing around you. Now that you're starting to feel kind of bored by it is a sign that you're growing. You're kind of coming to the next step. Who knows how long that takes or when that comes, but I don't think it's a bad thing you've seen the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
I think, but now you can get to the point where you maybe start to stimulate yourself more with other things.
Yeah. I think it's just not being content with where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like, and not in a bad way, but in a way of like, I can have more.
You could do more.
I can have more.
Yeah. But that's also a great place to be because you're not defeated.
Yeah.
It's so different than like, I feel so trapped I can't ever leave this spot. For you, it's more like, I know I can do more and I will.
Yeah. That's the thing that I was actually thinking about recently. I feel like every time I've been put down in a way or like things aren't going my way, I've changed it into something like, oh, well, I can actually make it better.
Yeah.
Or like, it doesn't have to be a bad thing if I keep looking at it like that, which is also like a self-limiting thought that I think I don't put those as high value anymore. They're all equal, the good and the bad.
Because also you find so much more power when you just take the bad things and just use it for your change or growth. Yeah, I feel like you've done a really good job of that this year. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really so proud of you.
Yeah. And like I look back at my life and I'm like, I guess I sort of have done that for a little while, but I started taking more notice of it recently.
Yeah, I think you always have. I also think when situations are tough, just from forever, you just get really
True.
You just get resilient as fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's the thing. Like you see the life that is like been put on you.
You fall. You almost just do the same thing.
Yeah, but it's like life is happening to you. You're not living your life. They're not using it as like something like a power.
As a tool to grow. It's a lot of pain and a lot of difficulty can be really hard to outcome. But if you can overcome it, you can use it as such a great strength.
You don't want to end up like certain things or like certain places in I don't know, you just don't want to be like that.
What destroyed you?
Yeah.
But I think it can be really hard to not feel like the victim because I think we've also just been taught to feel like life happens to us and we don't have control over our life. Yeah. I don't know what it is that changes that perspective in us, but I think it doesn't come super easy. I think some people live their whole life feeling like they're the victim of their life.
Yeah.
That mindset never breaks.
Yeah.
But it's really fucking hard. Like I can fall into the victim so fast.
I know. I feel like I sound high and mighty right now. Like I've never been upset before, but like, God, it's taken a long time to be such an emotional person and be okay with that. And I feel like, I'm gonna be sad. Obviously, it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be sad. You're supposed to be angry. You're supposed to be livid. You're supposed to be so happy.
Yeah. On the other side of all that pain, there's some peace.
Yeah. There's a lot of peace.
Okay.
Okay, segue.
Quick segue. Final thing I was gonna say is, what's your most important creative outlet right now? And then just if you want to tell me about it.
I think because I have so much like time to myself recently, I've been trying to do more crafts.
Yeah. You have been crafting, girl.
I've been crafting,
You've been crafting hard.
I just want to do certain things. So I've been drawing a lot. I had a little doozy of a relationship where I just like, when I get into relationships, I feel like I just drop everything. It's harder to be creative when you're not as focused or as inspired. And I think now that I have like so much time to myself, I've been drawing a lot more. And also because I have so many thoughts in my head, I like want to put them down on paper. So I've been drawing and like doing little, I guess they're not really poems, but they're like little blurbs, little captions on them. And I guess I want to keep doing that and maybe put more of my own writings onto my drawings. Because right now I'm just doing, I guess it's more like horses, western-y, little realistic doodles. It just makes me feel like I have a purpose in a way. And like that I can touch others without having to like see them.
Without having to touch them.
Without having to really touch them.
No, but it's true. This is how I feel about creating for myself as well. Is it like gives me a little mini purpose. It feels like a release, an energy release.
It's so important to find what you're good at, and I feel like for me, drawing is like something I'm pretty good at. I actually have a really hard time with like saying that I'm good at things. We've gotten there. I deserve it.
There's a fucking western wind coming in right now. Soon we're gonna see Dorothy.
Trouble on the cold front. We're gonna hear Dorothy.
I also understand like the times that I've been in certain relationships, it's just taken all my energy, all the creative energy. Because I feel like creative energy is also kind of sexual energy. But sometimes when I put it towards romance, it just goes all there. And instead of also into my passions, the things that also trigger me creatively, it's so much easier to do that when you're alone, I think. It's also a mark of the partnership.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can also be in partnerships that don't take all that from you, and you can have some left for yourself.
I didn't learn how to do that yet.
You can balance the two.
There can be a balance, and I think it's a codependency issue, perhaps.
No, but I've been there, girl.
Or like let me give you everything I have.
Yeah, so I don't lose you, and so I can.
I don't lose you in
order to
in spite of me.
Yeah, I lose myself.
I lose myself a little bit trying to be the one for others.
No, but I think you're doing a lot better in not doing that.
For me, like I was like grieving somebody who's still alive,
keeping an eye out for sleep.
And so I think for me, it's like when I'm doing my drawings now, I think I take from a lot of people certain aspects that I have loved about them and also put that into artwork and like marking of where I'm at in my life. Because even like look back at diary entries, I'm like, whoa, I was crazy back then.
Whoa, in what way?
Just like a landmark of my life. I like doing art to see like how much I've grown also.
Yeah, you can see what stage of your life you were in when you were making something like that.
Yeah, because
and also the people that were around you, because it affects you so much.
Big time. Because a lot of times when I'm listening to music, I'm drawing. The type of music I'm listening to, you can tell in my art.
Yeah,
you can tell.
You and I are so similar like this though, because all my ideas that I create come from music I listen to. It really stimulates this part of me, and then really changes the way I make the art.
I love you, obviously, but because I think I've connected with a lot of new people with music recently, and you and I have always had that little connection. That's one thing that I'm always overjoys me, like tickles my heart a little bit, because I'm like, we can share this and also be talking over it, and like you turn the music down, you turn the music up, you know? Music is very important to me. Meeting certain people, and then you like start singing a song together outside of a bar. It's such an important thing.
Yeah, some of the hardest relationships for me to let go have been ones where I really connect to them through music.
Yeah.
Because I feel music so intensely when I listen to it. Yeah. And if I loved through music, like I can't let that person go, because I hear them through the music every time. And they live with me through that music that I shared with them. And because I feel music so intensely, I still feel them. So it can really linger.
That's such like a beautiful thing though. It's sad as fuck, but it's also so beautiful. And there's certain songs that I add to my playlist just so I can picture you singing the song. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
And so like it's tough, but it also translates into the art that we make. Mine are just memories. You have videos. It's little journal entries of your life in video format. And I think it's really special.
Thanks. Well,
now that we're all juiced up and toasty.
I think it went good actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks guys. This has been my first. Yeah.
It hurts.
Dude, I think that went really good.
I think it was great.